Hey gang, Sarah here. So I'm here to show you my weekly setup. So if you guys haven't been watching, I have like a new planner set up where I deconstructed my Hobonichi and stuck it into a ring planner, Filofax Original Folio, I think it's called. So welcome to Plan the Grind. I'm Sarah. I do all things in the way of project management because that's just what I know. And I'm just digging in. What you're seeing me do now is I'm just logging a few of the highlights that happened this month. So it's coming up on the end of the month. I don't know what week this is, like 28-ish. And just was thinking this week I've done a ton of value stream mapping events where these are like big events, big media events, and you definitely want to report out on them. So anyway, so I was just putting some highlights for the month while they were in my mind. So when I have to report out what were your accomplishments this month, I actually remember what I did. So here I'm just going through my daily pages and I'm updating my next action list or my big old to-do list. Um, and there's not much in there because this week I just facilitated workshops basically every day from Wednesday's the only day I didn't have the workshop, but I was just facilitating, and a lot of the facilitation is done in like the virtual whiteboards and stuff and workbooks that we have. So not a lot, but I did have a few things that I needed to update because I do have some travel coming up. And totally cut off here. I am so sorry. Um, I'm going to actually, what you see me doing here is the two value stream mapping events I did. I moved them over into execution. So those are big projects that I just like to keep track of where they are within a framework. So I know where they're at, and that helps me just kind of organize the work that I have to do. And I'm checking off where they stand because I have 10 sites that I have to work on this year, and they're all at different phases of this value stream mapping event that I'm doing. Enough with the VSM there. So anyway, so I was just updating that, kind of checking my project list. And then also, if you guys didn't see, I'm doing a big old decluttering project for my house, which you guys know I like to get rid of 40 bags a year. But this was like a whole new method of decluttering. And I assigned some rules to myself when I'm looking at stuff. And that was really, it's almost like the pain points in the business requirements of our project. I'm geeking out again. I'm sorry. So I'm just going through and checking it off. And it's been a couple truckloads already. And I say that, but it's like bikes in like Tupperware or big tubs or something like that. So they're just big things, like a toy box was in there. So I'm not a hoarder. If you're a hoarder, that's okay if you want to be, but I just, for me, it's just like big old stuff that my kids outgrown, like snowboards, things like that. Anyway, so now I'm doing my list of like the kind of the brain trick tickler, and I'm just going through and I'm looking at all these prompts to help me understand like what are the things I got going on that maybe I need to empty my brain and get it out of my head so I can keep track of it all, because there's just so many moving parts of all the things that are going on at work and in life, and I can't miss things. So I am just updating that big old running to-do list, and you can see me just going through and cleaning it up. What did I get done? And I actually got a lot done the past couple weeks because last week I was just like in prep mode for all the big meetings this week, and then also the value stream event. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about July. And now I'm just digging in and I'm starting to look at what the goals are for each area of my life. And I hope I move this. Sarah, please move it up. I'm just going through and some of the things that I want to do for my own self, for Sarah. I want to just continue working through that decluttering list. And I'm going to focus on my Etsy office. So you guys know I had an Etsy shop. It's like on vacation mode because it's just so many fees that it's not really making it feasible for me to maintain doing it at this point. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So that's why it's still on vacation mode. And then for work, I'm really looking at prepping. So next week is the end of the month. So basically that's usually a light week for me because everybody's focusing on shipments and orders and like just getting stuff done. So I usually will use that time to take a breather. Not that I'm not working or anything, but just to like kind of chill out. But also to start prepping for the big report out meetings, like the monthly operations review and the strategy updates, all that stuff. So I'm really going to just look at that time because I have a lot of free time next week. So I'm going to use that for prepping. And then also I did realize that I had that trip coming up, and it's all about the strategy for next year. So I actually have to put together a strategy. I have some ideas of what I want it to be. But now I have to just like kind of formalize it. And so I'm going to be doing that. So that's going to be a big thinking project, if you will. And I'm just updating my weekly schedule here. I really only have maybe like, I don't know, like 10 hours worth of meetings for the whole week. And that's pretty light for me. And one of them is a 2-hour meeting that I just listened to. So it's not big. So that's it, everyone. Just a quick old plan with me this week. And I hope you all are doing well. We'll talk soon. It feels so great to be back and into the swing of things. So thank you, everyone. You all have a great day. Bye.